Queen Elizabeth I said, "The past cannot be cured."
And most importantly, they honor their oath. I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. That I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God.
If it is a miracle, any sort of evidence will answer. But if it is a fact, proof is necessary. Mark Twain.
Scott Adams wrote, "Nothing inspires forgiveness quite like revenge."
Men are not prisoners of fate, but prisoners of their own minds. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
We're born alone, we live alone, we die alone. Only through our love and friendship can we create the illusion for a moment that we're not alone. Orson Welles.
You may leave school, but it never leaves you. Andy Partridge.
Pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Khalil Gibran.
From childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. Edgar Allan Poe.
All things truly wicked start from an innocence. Ernest Hemingway. To die is poignantly bitter, but the idea of having to die without having lived is unbearable. Eric Fromm. The timing of death, like the ending of a story, gives a changed meaning to what preceded it. Mary Catherine Bateson.
For the man sound of body and serene of mind, there is no such thing as bad weather. Every day has its beauty. And storms which whip the blood do but make it pulse more vigorously. George Gissing.
Adversity is like a strong wind. It tears from us all but the things that cannot be torn, so that we see ourselves as we really are. Arthur Golden.
Hope is faith holding out its hand in the dark. George Iles. There's a quote by my favorite author, Joseph Campbell, and it goes like this: "Find a place inside where there's joy, and the joy will burn out the pain."
Things do not change. We change. Henry David Thoreau. Beware, so long as you live, of judging men by their outward appearance. Jean de La Fontaine.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Joe Louis. Hermann Hesse wrote, "Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go."
3 can keep a secret, if 2 are dead. Benjamin Franklin.
There is no greater sorrow than to recall in misery the time when we were happy. Dante.
We do not suffer from the shock of our trauma, but we make out of it just what suits our purposes. Alfred Adler.
All the art of living lies in a fine mingling of letting go and holding on. Henry Ellis.
A Chinese proverb says, "At the gambling table, there are no fathers and sons."
George Augustus Sala said, "A gambler with a system must be, to a greater or lesser extent, insane."
For trust not him that hath once broken faith. William Shakespeare. You may be deceived if you trust too much, but you will live in torment if you don't trust enough. Frank Crane.
Equality may perhaps be a right, but no power on earth can ever turn it into a fact. Honoré de Balzac.
I'm for truth, no matter who tells it. I'm for justice, no matter who it's for or against. Malcolm X.
Eckhart Tolle said, "Where there is anger, there is always pain underneath."
Live so that when your children think of fairness and integrity, they think of you. H. Jackson Brown, Jr.
It was once said that love is giving someone the ability to destroy you, but trusting them not to. For every good reason there is to lie, there is a better reason to tell the truth. Bo Bennett.
Memory is a complicated thing, a relative to truth, but not its twin. Barbara Kingsolver.
Nothing fixes a thing so intensely in the memory as the wish to forget it. Michel de Montaigne.
We are each our own devil, and we make this world our own hell. Oscar Wilde.
All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Edgar Allan Poe.
Worse than telling a lie is spending your whole life staying true to a lie. Robert Brault.
Sooner murder an infant in its cradle than nurse unacted desires. William Blake.
It is only in love and murder that we still remain sincere. Friedrich Dürrenmatt.
The philosopher Voltaire wrote, "To the living we owe respect, but to the dead we owe only the truth." Irish statesman and author Edmund Burke once wrote, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing."
Fear is met and destroyed with courage. James F. Bell.
I've always heard every ending is also a beginning. We just don't know it at the time. I'd like to believe that's true.